If I asked you who the best duelist in Americas is, what would your answer be? Now, I'm sure there were a few Jogamos, a few Zekkens, a few Demon Ones, although that might just be me, but the real answer and the overwhelming majority of you would have said Aspas. He's the best player probably in Valorant history and has dominated the region, making MIBR a team that was a joke into a contender that ended up qualifying for Masters Toronto. So how in the world did Sentinels completely shut him down, Zekken get over double his kills, and Sentinels, again, just dominate MIBR? Well, he won't play Yoru. Yoru has recently shifted in the meta due to a ton of factors. Teo and him synergize very well. He's very good against the Vice, which has come in meta, but Aspas won't play him. He's not comfortable playing Yoru at tier 1 level yet. He plays Jet, he plays Raze, he plays Neon, but not the Yoru, and that can be exploited, especially Neon post-nerf. She's not that great. So let's go ahead and take a look here at how Sentinels destroyed MIBR, 2-0ing them to make the grand finals of Americas here. Make sure to subscribe, it's completely free and helps me out a ton, and let's get into it. Now, Sentinels win their bonus round. This isn't because Aspas is on Neon, it's because of a perfect flash by John QT. This flash right here wins them the entire round as it gets Bang a free kill. He then sees Aspas, gets a second one, and MIBR elect to save here. Very good job by Sen, it's a good rebel take. Now, on to the next buy round. I really wish I could show more from these first couple rounds, but a lot of it's literally just, hey, Zekken says he's going to kill you. He does some Shroud spray transfer with a Vandal. Like, look at this right here, right? How? Zekken is good in his own right. I think that he's been looked at as maybe a bit overrated at times. He's definitely, in my opinion, a top 3 duelist in Americas at the very least. But this game, he was truly on one, especially at the start. MIBR forced to save again. This round is a really good example of how Yoru and Neon differ. So Sentinels start off literally in spawn. You might be wondering, what in the world are they doing? Well, they're waiting for an aggressive push. Neon, especially now, a lot of times will be making an aggressive play somewhere on the map. As you can see, MIBR right here are ready for it. Both their initiators ready to support Aspas if they do go ahead and try and push. But they don't. So Sentinels decide to pivot towards C here. As you can see, Yoru is over here, but Sentinels aren't pivoting towards C. It's only Zekken. So while Sen go towards A, they feel comfortable leaving the Yoru here, knowing he can TP out after showing some presence and keep people over here on the C site as Sen execute A. Look at what happens here. Now, Zekken is in this position where if they come and fight him, he's going to try and get his, and he can TP out if he wants. He can stick around, try and get more, like he just did, if that's what he desires. Now, Zekken's just gotten them in a 3v4, and it's only because they felt comfortable doing that because he's on the Yoru and could have TP back over towards A to help with the hit. Then Sentinels go ahead, they execute, do a good execute, pit down, end up winning the round. And again, just, I know it seems like I'm attributing a lot of things to Yoru, but he truly is that impactful. Neon, I feel like, doesn't have as much of an impact. It's debatable on if she's better than Raze on this map, in all honesty. But anyways, Sentinels 6-1 there. That TP from Cortesia did not work out. I know that I continue to harp on the Yoru thing, but it truly is that impactful. Right here, for example, Aspas is full blind. If Zekken's in this situation, he is teleporting out, and his Omen would probably TP out with him. Instead, Aspas dies, as well as Cortesia, making it a 5v3 situation. And again, I don't like hating on MIBR. Aspas is truly my GOAT, right? I love Aspas, but it can't really be denied that there is an impact of not having that Yoru in your agent pool. And that's being exploited here by Sentinels very, very, very well. 3-8. Now, last round of the half here, and Aspas goes ahead, pops Neon ult. He ends 3-10 on this side, which is not great. If you heard Neon had a bad map, you'd probably assume they got baited a lot on attack and weren't able to get things done, but that's not the case. Aspas actually did a lot better on the attack. But anyways, 4v4, Verno, though, able to get a beautiful kill here off of the breach ult that sends Sentinels, to be quite honest, without a lot of direction. You don't have much map control. You're in a 3v4, but when MIBR fall back, they don't do it that well. Let me explain. So Breach in Artsen is going to jiggle this area without looking. As you can see, he doesn't see anything because his face is in a wall, and generally that's not the best for a jiggle peek. To be quite honest with you, it's a bit inoptimal. So now it's a 3v3. Narrate goes ahead, drones C to try and pull rotations. He manages to keep Verno there, but everyone stays on their site, 1-1-1. The issue is that one person here is in a very committed position because of this Viper Wall. This Viper Wall means he doesn't see Sentinels walking up, right? He's doing a very passive kind of jiggle here to where he doesn't have that much information, doesn't see Sentinels there, and then, oh, they just shot you. Now it's a 2v3 situation, and to be quite honest with you, with John having Breach Shield, it's very difficult for MIBR to win this round. And you have the salvos as well to stall Neri with his Teo ult. It's almost impossible, quite frankly, to win this round. The two, depending on how you view your ult, the two highest impact ults in the comp, but Sentinels, 9-3, although MIBR do make a decent run of it on attack. But again, MIBR are not going to go down without a fight. They go ahead and try and take B as Sheenum is over here onto A. He's able to slip through these Viper walls and orbs and all this stuff and is able to get a kill onto Zekken. He's traded out, right, because, you know, he's a Viper. And so then it's a 4v4 retake on the B site for Sentinels. Now, they do a wonderful job here. First of all, Narrate and John are over here, and while Verno is trying to flank, they are unbelievably aware, and it's going to end up costing MIBR possibly the round. Let me explain. Look at John. While all this is happening on site, John is aware of the fact that someone could have flanked around. Right here. Verno has salvos in 14 seconds. If he's able to kill John here, I truly believe that they would have been able to win the round. He could have stalled out plant enough for his salvos to be of impact. But John, so aware right there that Verno could be on the flank, gets the kill, 5-10 Sentinels. Great job overall. I know that I'm harping on the advantages of the Yoru, but he is so good. It's insane that it's taken teams a jet nerf and a meta switch really to realize how good he can be. For example, right here, Zekken is in this spot where he's hoping he doesn't get cleared because of this Viper Wall. He gets cleared. He TP's out. No other duelist is really going to be able to do that and have that advantage in the space and be fine. Now, Neri in this spot here is just shooting the wall, right? Phantom moment. Whips out the send bundle so you can get an advertisement. And then, obviously, in my BR, I don't really want to go towards this judge in this close proximity area. So he gets paranoid. They still don't want to go through the corner with the judge. They go ahead, call a wait, right? They want to freeze a little bit so that Sheenum's lurk right here can pay off. Kills Elsa's. Elsa's dies, but again, bang on the lurk right here is going to end up getting a free pick. And it honestly kind of ends the round for MIBR realistically. Verno plants, and now he's in a very awkward position because he can get swung from literally 3 places. He can get swung from here, here, and here. Now, he can't get swung from here because Cortez is there, but he can get swung from these 2 places. And it's really hard to look 2 places at once, if you've noticed. Yeah, it's actually a very difficult thing to do. Zekken gets the kill. 1v3, Cortesia not going to be able to do it. Again, Sentinels, they have a good game plan, and they're ready to execute it. This is not the same team we saw earlier in the year, right? This is a team that genuinely, they look good, they look like they trust each other, and they look like they know what they want to do to beat a team, and they more often than not execute it very well. An alternate title for this video is me glazing Yoru for however long the video is, because he is just that good. Look what I mean. MIBR here are waiting here, making sure that Sentinels don't have some aggressive play, and they don't. They just are going with the 1-2-2. Zekken, hold this space on mound, right here, hold this, and you have a TP back C if you feel uncomfortable at any point. And what's he able to do? Hold the space, get the information, get a kill, and then leave. Neon can't do that. I swear I'll stop harping on it. He's literally just that good of an agent, and I don't think the Teo nerfs, for the record, are going to have that much of an impact on him. He TPs out again after Bang gets the kill onto the lurking Sheenum. 3v5 scenario, it's pretty much, can someone on MIBR make a play, right? You have Aspas, you have Verno, someone has to make a hero play here, but Sentinels do a beautiful job comboing this Dimensional Drift and narrates Teo ult right here. It is actually beautiful. Look at this. This Teo ultimate causes Artisan to just die pretty much. He has to move around. Then Aspas full blind, Teo mollied. He's cooked. Verno at this point is also pretty cooked, as you'll watch. He's able to get one, you know. And Verno is a guy who pretty consistently, at least in my opinion, is a guy who's an initiator who won't lose you games. He's a above average initiator, and I truly think that is kind of appreciated, right? Just a random tidbit. I think Verno's a pretty good player. MIBR are trying to start a comeback here, right? But Sentinels are not going to allow that to happen. Cortesia is over here on C. Tries to negate the one-way right there with this smoke here so that you can't get the kill if someone's there, and it also denies a bit of info. Then Verno drones towards A, and they do a very slow A take, kind of reminiscent of older Valor, honestly, where you would do very, very slow executes, not necessarily just older Valor. I've just been watching some old VODs recently, and it seems like they were a lot less rotate happy, if that makes sense. Anyways, you're going to have the drone up there from Sentinel, sees nothing mid, so they're either C or A, and once this smoke comes out from Bang, then you go ahead and have people kind of spread out, right? You have your John Breach over here on A, and then you go ahead, TP set over to C, as well as Narrate going over there. But for the record, by the way, Zelza should be so unbelievably dead here. Like, he is dinked. I believe he got headshot through the box, if I'm not mistaken, is what this looks like. Yeah, just headshot through the box there, and then stunned. But John, wonderful job, gets the kill. Breachel online, Zekken just rats around, and it's a 2v5 scenario. If there's anyone you want in a 2v5, it's going to be Aspas, but, I mean, what can he really do, right? He's had a bit of an off map. Those going 3 and 11 on a half is not too great, although I believe it was 3 and 10, actually, so I do apologize. But wonderful job here by Sentinels to go ahead and win this game. Breachel down, boom, boom, boom. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have a takeaway from this video, I think it's that Sentinels have improved massively, and that, I hate to say it, but Aspas not being able to play Yoru could end up being a problem. Make sure to subscribe, watch these videos if you like my content, and I'll see you next time. Peace.